In the early days of the Epstein scandal version 3.0, Donald Trump did everything humanly possible to try to distract the American public from the fact that he is clearly hiding the Epstein files. There was, we're going to investigate Hillary Clinton. We're going to investigate Barack Obama. We're going to do this. Look at all these trade deals I'm not making. And none of it worked. It was wonderful. The public stayed laser focused. But then Donald Trump decided, you know what? What if I just become an authoritarian dictator, release the National Guard into Washington, D.C., and then, of course, the Epstein scandal died down. And then with Donald Trump rolling out the red carpet for Vladimir Putin on their meeting and then making an ass of himself in front of Zelensky and European leaders, the Epstein stuff has not been in the headlines the way it was for a full month. Trump finally succeeded in distracting the American public with things that are clearly far worse than the Epstein files. But believe it or not, there is one dude. I mean, look, there's plenty of people, but there is one very high-profile dude who is not letting Trump off the hook that easy. And it's a man who endorsed Donald Trump in 2024, voted for him in 2024, and it's none other than podcaster Joe Rogan. On one of the most recent episodes of Rogan's podcast, he actually basically blasted Donald Trump for his repeated lies that the Epstein files are somehow a Democratic hoax. And this came after his guest, Jesse Wells, said, well, I've heard, these were a Democratic hoax. And when he says, I've heard that, he just means Trump said it, so I'm going to parrot it. And Rogan got pissed saying this. Certainly not a hoax if Ghislaine Maxwell's in jail too. She's in jail for sex trafficking. But the question is, to who? You have to be sex trafficking to someone in order to go to jail, right? So how's that work? She's been in jail for years, so how's that work? Rogan pressed his guest, who had no answer for that as well. But basically what he's doing is Wells tried to repeat Donald Trump's talking point, like, well, maybe it's a Democratic hoax. And Rogan's like, bullcrap, it's not. These people went to jail because they legitimately were doing these things. That's not a hoax. So then Wells kind of was like, okay, I guess we're going to go against Trump now. So he's like, and why would the DOJ move Maxwell to this minimum security prison? And Wells suggested or wanted to know, like, do you think it's because they're going to try to kill her? And then Rogan said, could be. But why would you waste the money to move someone if you wanted to kill them? I'm sure they could kill her pretty easy. But not in necessarily a maximum security, high-profile federal facility, right? There's guards everywhere. There's cameras everywhere. So wouldn't it be easier to do that if she's in a lower security facility, fewer guards, fewer cameras? She's now been cleared to leave prison every day on a work release program. And there's no cameras once she leaves the facility. I don't know, that kind of sounds like it would be more easy for them to do something to her if they wanted to. So I do disagree with Rogan on that, even though he is still clearly open to the possibility. But yeah, especially if she leaves the prison on the work release, God only knows what's going to happen. We don't have cameras on every street corner yet, thank God. So I don't know. It's fair game, I think. And that's horrible because Ghislaine Maxwell needs to serve out her sentence. She does not need to die. I don't want her to die. I don't want anything to happen to her. I want her to sit in a jail cell and rot is what I want. And I also want the Epstein files released. And I don't care if there's Democrats in there. Good. Let's expose them. Let's cast them out of polite society as well. Well, there could be Democratic donors in there. Good. Let's expose them. We don't want their money. We need to know every single person on that list, regardless of party affiliation, political donations, none of it matters. We deserve to know. The victims have been denied justice this entire time. They deserve to watch these men that abuse them go down. And that is the most important thing. It's not about taking down Donald Trump or Republicans taking down Bill Clinton. It's about those victims finally getting a little sense of justice, watching these men go down. That's what needs to happen, and that's why it needs to happen. So I do applaud Joe Rogan, one, for not falling for Trump's BS, but two, making sure that this story stays out there and that people don't forget that Donald Trump is the one doing the cover-up. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.